got this shit locked up, can't nobody stop us, young nigga. I'm chasing that big bag. Everybody around me, they clutching the fire. My younger day once on ride for him. He mega, we up, and I hope that the.
Alright, man, so we are back with more people talking their shit about Eminem on Vladtv. And today's person, you seen the title of the video, Nick Cannon. Now, this boy is over here talking about, I'm just looking at the titles, I don't think none of this would have to do with him actually talking about rapping against Eminem. So the first one, we got two clips. The first clip is Nick Cannon, Eminem rapping that almost beat him up based on reality. Now, I know the situation about Nick Cannon almost whooping Eminem's ass. For those who don't know, I'm sure he's going to explain it right here. So here we go. Appreciate everybody rocking with the channel.
Well, you and I have talked about Eminem a number of occasions.
Too much. Do we have to?
We have to talk
You know
about
you want to.
I think you might talk about Eminem more than I talk about him.
Possibly.
And I think you're the reason.
Boy, you know you want to talk about him. Boy, you know you want to talk about him. You couldn't wait.
I always get in Eminem conversations.
Right. Well,
me, you, and Lord Jamar.
Lord Jamar. We'll get to that. So, you were minding your own business one day, and then Fat Joe dropped his album.
My man.
And on the song Lord Above, you get mentioned.
Yeah.
I let her chop my balls off too before I lost to you, Nick. With some other stuff about Mariah.
He said he admitted that he was gonna whoop his ass. He admitted that. Almost got my ass kicked. Almost.
Yeah. If Eminem and Nick Cannon had a fight, Nick Cannon probably he'll beat the hell out of Eminem. And Eminem, obviously, he admits that too. But I don't think they'll ever come to terms where these two dudes will have enough space to fight one-on-one. It won't happen.
Talking about you kicking.
Who else was gonna kick his ass? I went looking for that motherfucker. We had this conversation several times.
How close did you get?
I went to Detroit. He don't live in Detroit.
Detroit?
Not. They don't live nowhere near 7 to 8 miles. He lives in Michigan.
No shit.
Yeah, which rightly so. You're supposed to come up.
Okay.
But you know, now I believe it was the BET Awards, and like I said again at the time, I was managed by Chris Lighty, so was musically at the time. So was Mariah.
What music?
And we know the Chris was managing 50. He was talking to Paul all the time. So there's a lot of conversation going on. And this is this is a decade ago, over a decade ago. And everybody knew how serious I was. Like I was there to defend my wife. I ain't give a fuck about no lyrics. I ain't give a fuck about, like, you said some disrespectful shit about my wife, and I'm going
right. Those are lyrics. You just said you don't give a damn about no lyrics. But he said something disrespectful in the song. Which songs have lyrics in them?
Beat your ass. That was my mentality in 2000.
Yeah, because you beat his ass because you know you can't rap against him.
Whatever
year
that was. And so I was like, I'm trying to, what's happening? Like, I even at the time, crazy people don't know this. Emmanuel Stewart, God rest his soul. Yeah. One of the greatest boxing trainers ever, right. Was working with M, because I think M was supposed to do that boxing movie that Jake Gyllenhaal did. Exactly. So he was training with dude, and I was at a fight one time, and everybody know I box and all that stuff. So man, he was like, "Yo, he ready for it." I was like, "Set it up, E. Set it, whatever. All money goes to charity." He was like, I was like, I do this. Like, that's all I wanted. Real talk, I was like, I want to match whatever energy he's on. I knew I ain't gonna out-rap the motherfucker, but I was like, yo, if he really got a problem with me and my wife, you talking that shit, you gotta have, I feel like people can say whatever they want to say in life, but you gotta be able to deal with the consequences that come with your mouth. Well, simple as that.
To be fair.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not holding that. I'm not holding that. But Eminem has said a lot of disrespectful stuff, and I'm not sure on how many people actually want to beat his ass. I know back in the day when Ja Rule and the 50 Cent stuff, that was on some other shit. That was some other shit. But most guys they would hop in the booth, or at least defend themselves in the booth. You? Yeah, you want to beat Eminem ass because you know you can beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? You know you can beat Eminem. You know you can wash Eminem up like some dishes, bro. It won't. It's not a fair match. Not saying Eminem won't, go in there and try to do his thing, but at the end of the day, niggas just gonna be too strong for him.
Right. People at the level of Eminem, you, and even me for that matter, we all have security around us. No one's gonna allow a fist fight. Someone's gonna get shot in the process.
See, but that's like, because I wasn't on that. I wasn't on some erratic fan shit. I'm on some, let's have a conversation. You disrespected. Like, I had this conversation with Howard Stern. A very man-to-man conversation, because me and Howard Stern at first were rivals. I was on his radio station, 92.3 in New York. He was Howard Stern. He said some disrespectful shit about Mariah. Then when he found out I was on the radio, he started going in. I was like, my dude, see me. Like, what? We can have a conversation, and whatever that escalates to, there. But I'm an intelligent man. Let's first have this conversation. But know that if you disrespect anyone in my family in my face, it's happening. Like, whatever, like, it's going to turn physical. I didn't have to get that, because Howard Stern's a wise man. Sat down, dinner, me, Mariah, Howard. I'm sorry, I was immature. Moved on.
That's interesting. I never knew the Howard Stern situation. That's interesting. That takes some guts. That takes some maturity right there. I ain't gonna hold him. That's big ups to Nick Cannon on that one. Had dinner with the man, sat down, talked it out, chopped it up. Not saying that can happen with Eminem. I think him and Eminem. I don't think Eminem will be on that. But that's crazy. Never knew that. So I respect him for that, for sure, guaranteed. It's not that I don't respect Nick Cannon. It's just he know he can't beat Eminem in a rap battle, so of course he want to beat his ass.
Respecting some of the same things with
Wait, Howard Stern apologized to you and Mariah in person.
Absolutely. Okay. And now Howard Stern is not only one of my closest friends or associates in the industry, but a mentor, someone I call when I need help. Because, and first of all, Howard Stern is in his 60s. Let's go there. But at that time, he was saying some same level shit that Eminem was saying. And I was like, and this is the root of the problem, Vlad. And this is where, I'm all for the jokes, I'm all for the competition and the hip hop. But there's a mentality. It goes all the way back to the slave codes, when the slave codes were established, that there was practices that the slave master, the oppressor, would rape a black woman and make her husband stand there and watch.
Okay.
And he couldn't do anything about it. If he did anything about it, he was dead. It was illegal.
Right.
So I'm supposed to stand here in 2008, 2009, and let this white man disrespect my wife, a woman of color, whatever you want to believe her color is, because that's a whole nother debate. She ain't even black. Her daddy blacker than me from Harlem, but we ain't gonna get into that. Whatever you believe, that's a woman of color.
I mean, she light skinned,
and I'm not supposed to do nothing. And then I got my entire community be like, man, let that shit go. Fuck out of here, let that go. Would you let that go if that was your wife? Would you let that go if that was the mother of your children? And this man is going to sit there and laugh at you in your face because he can rhyme some words together? I'm beating his ass. Or he's going to have to say, you know what? I didn't see it that way, Nick. You know what? I didn't think it goes all the way back. I see where you're coming from, man, because that not only did I hurt you, but I hurt an entire community based off of my anger. And therefore, now I can project this and continue to see little boys and girls of color have to deal with this racial institutionalization that, a white man can say whatever he wants to say when he's angry and there's no repercussions behind it. No.
Everybody says what they want to say and there's no repercussions behind it. Look at our fucking president. Look. That's history. They got history together. I know Nick Cannon, he defended his wife, and that's what you gotta do. I respect him for that. Once again, I can't hold him on that. You feel me? That's what you gotta do as a man. She in your ear, and you probably pissed as fuck. And like he said, he ain't going out rap him. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that shit. What I would do with Nick Cannon, is, when you see him, say, "What's up, bro? You really on that?" And then see where it go from there. If it's physical, it's physical. If it's, sit down and like he did with Howard Stern. But like I said, Eminem probably ain't gonna go for that shit.
You're gonna see some repercussions. It's gonna happen.
Well, he mentioned Mariah again on the Fat Joe song.
Yeah.
Once again.
Once a
I'm not
motherfucker
gonna read the lyrics.
and mental health. And he didn't get, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
As strong as Mariah was to come out and say, y'all been dealing with issues and dealing with, and came out and spoke and now is an advocate for it. And he gonna call her a nut job and all that stuff, and you don't see the problem. We just gonna let that ride, huh? We are mental health advocates now all of a sudden, but when Eminem's still talking shit from some shit that happened 2 decades ago, and he's Eminem. No, he's white. That's the problem with it.
Well,
So if he was black and he was talking about your wife and mental health, because he said he was talking about mental health, it would be okay. But because he's white, that's the problem. Oh, I'm glad I listened to that part. All right, so here we go. Here go to the next part. Nick Cannon says 50 Cent is Samuel Jackson from Django, and Eminem is Leo.
invest in the.
Oh shit, that's funnier when you say it out loud. All right, here we go, bro.
Well, you said that his lawyers start hitting you.
Yeah, his team started hitting people that, everybody know we really out here in these streets, and everybody, we have people who talk to your people. We match your people. Your street people talk to our street people. Our business people talk to your business people. Mm-hmm. And there was we don't want no problems. And I was like, all right.
Eminem's
100%.
Eminem said he don't want any problems with you.
Simple as that. As simple as that. And he's not going to say anything.
How credible is that? How, I don't know. When did this happen? When did they say they didn't want no problems? If there's footage, if there's audio, who else can come out and say this on Eminem's side, on their camp? It's 2 sides. It's 3 sides to every story. It's what he said, it's what they said, and the truth.
He's not going to say anything.
Well, there was the rumor that 50 Cent told Eminem not to respond to you.
If that's what we choose to believe, and I love 50, Fati, Futi, whatever you want to call him.
Fati.
That hop and bob mentality. He's supposed to. That's his boss. He don't want work, boss. That's so whack, boss. We don't like. That's why I posted that picture from Django Unchained. That's his boss. Eminem, Leonardo DiCaprio, 50 Samuel Jackson. Like that's his squad. And if 50, I can't say nothing, so you go out there and say Nick's song's whack.
Right, because 50 said, I understand, save my life, like someone pick a fight.
50 pick fights with every fucking body.
He's a different kind of animal. I haven't seen a motherfucker come close to beating him, man. Hey, Nick, that shit was trash. I'd kick your ass when I see you, punk.
I'll match whatever energy 50 want to do. So, look.
Hold on. I just want to say.
That's what he said. I said it in his comments.
As someone who hangs out with you, you don't really want to run up on Nick Cannon with the people he has around. I'm just going to leave it at that.
And because it doesn't.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Everybody got those people. It's the rap game. Everybody got those people who can take a dive, who can take a fall, who ready to kill a nigga right now, today, immediately. Everybody has one of those, or 2 of those, or 3 of them, or 4 of them.
This is all I say. We match energy. That's the same. I'm the nicest dude in the world. I'm Mr. Nickelodeon. But if anybody who knows me, they know like it got to a level where, and even 50 knows this, and it was like it's an intellectual thing, man. I value what all of them have built for our community. When you get to a space where you allow institutionalization to tear us down, and you act like you don't see it. Like, I fear no man. I'm fearless. And I'm like, just the same way I know 50 is fearless. He took 9 shots and all that, and he operates as a boss when it comes to that type of stuff, and has exemplified that and many times over. But the same thing, I done been in them same situations where I done looked up hospital bed, almost died 3-4 times, all of that different stuff. because, and when you come out of situations like that, knowing how those mentalities are, you get to a place, man, where you're like, I ain't afraid to die. I ain't afraid of no man. That's disrespectful to God for me to be afraid of any man. Like, people ask why I wear turbans. That's as simple as it is. It's sovereignty. So when you come to a place where I hear all rappers, it hurts my heart. And this is where I rock and lock all the way in with Lord Jamar. It's like, yo, this is y'all God? Y'all gonna allow this dude to walk around and call himself a rapper? I'm not scared of him because he can put some words together. Like, when I actually hear...
But nobody, that's what I'm saying. There's all these people out here calling themselves the best. When Lil Wayne called himself the best rapper, nobody, saying anything, rap guy, whatever. The proof is in the pudding. If he's the best, he's the best, no matter what color he is. He be Asian. You just mad because he white, like you said in the last clip.
Black men say, I'm scared of him? The fuck you scared of? Like, dude is a flimsy 5'6" walking around because he can put some words together. I'm supposed to fear this man. I'm supposed to allow this man to disrespect my wife, the mother of my children. I'm supposed to allow... I don't give a fuck about him. Like, and shit, Dr. Seuss can rhyme. Like I'm supposed to be scared.
No, you're not supposed to be scared, but you're not supposed to get in the booth and make them whack ass diss songs. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all think of this. Nick Cannon, I mean, in some of them parts, he said some right stuff. He said some logical stuff that I couldn't agree with. But a lot of that, man, he just talking around the situation. I mean, he just talking around it. So y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think of this. Anyways, man, it's your boy OTC. Well, this is Root Reviews, and as always, I appreciate you for rocking with me, and I will see you when I see you.